Well, good morning, everybody. It's so good to see you today. The weather is still holding for this first of a series of summer holiday weekends that are unfolding before us. I know Canada started last weekend with Victoria Day, and here we are in the United States celebrating Memorial Day. Plenty of time to get together with those we cherish, good friends, family, etc., and to spend time just being with each other. With that in mind, when it comes to new beginnings, I was reflecting on how each day, in almost every way, is in fact an opportunity to make a new beginning for each of us. And sadly, many of our families are no longer with us. And so we must treasure every day the memories that we have shared with them and all of the wonderful times we have spent making new memories. And that to me is what these holidays really emphasize is the memories that we carry with us. We learn from our past. If we do not learn from our past very often, a wise man once said, we are doomed to repeat the mistakes of our past in our future. So it behooves us to heed well the lessons learned as we move forward in our lives each and every day. Today for our family, it's going to be an outside day if the weather continues to cooperate. And I definitely hope the weather will continue to cooperate because right now it is beautiful, sunny, blue skies, clear, not too hot. And the day does not indicate that it's going to get up out of the 70s. And a nice breeze is blowing. So it's just a lovely, lovely time to be outside and spend time with friends. We're doing our usual neighborhood gathering, and everybody is bringing something to the party. Usually I take a salad of some kind. This is no exception. This time I am taking a large fruit salad that is mainly melon and berries. It's always popular with the kids. And I have it just about ready to go into the fridge and get a really good chill on it before I take it to the activities later on today. The guys are cooking, and I know one of the things that they are making that is one of my very favorites are barbecue chicken breasts. So that's something I know I can thoroughly enjoy while I'm there. Of course, there'll be brats, hamburgers, hot dogs, all the traditional things that the guys like to do on the grill as well. And those will certainly be enjoyed by everybody, but I am a particular fan of the barbecue sauce that one of the guys makes himself. So that's on my list of things to plan for and to enjoy today. I was thinking about lessons I have learned, and there's so many quotes out there that you can sort of grab onto. And I happened on a collection of things by Confucius, who is an ancient philosopher. And I picked out four at random to just talk about briefly today. They are ones that when I was looking at them a little while ago, resonated with me, and I thought I'd just share my thoughts. One of the things that one of our members had indicated was frustration this week in having worked so very hard and not achieved the results that were hoped and desired for all the effort that was put into her weight loss journey this week. And you all were so quick to lift her up and encourage her when she expressed her frustration. And all of us at least I have, known that kind of frustration where you did absolutely everything right. And the scale just refused to acknowledge it. Yes, you can say to yourself intellectually, it's just a number on a scale. You can say that you are much more than a number. And yes, we are much more than a number. But it is also very human to be frustrated in such moments. Uh, and one of Confucius's sayings that really struck me is, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Eventually, you will make progress. But boy, oh, isn't it just a real challenge to not give up when the progress is not as speedy as we hope. I think sometimes we want to rush to the finish line. But what I've come to realize is, when it comes to my health, I don't want to rush to the finish line, because I think the finish line may be the end of my earthly experience. And I want to enjoy every moment of this experience. I want to take my time and treasure and relish and celebrate every single moment. And even though I get frustrated in the journey, I need to remind myself that this is a journey to be enjoyed, not to just necessarily be done to move on to the next best thing, but this is my journey of life. This is my stamp on the human experience that I am contributing. I want to take my time and make sure that it is worthy of all the effort that I put into it. I'll go slow if that's what it takes to get me to where I want to be. Would I rather go fast and be able to just stampede to the finish line? Yeah, I guess I would in some senses, but also, if I did not go slow, I think of all the experiences along the way that I have had that I would never have had time to appreciate otherwise. The other thing that Confucius said that really resonated with me today when I was looking through his quotes: I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. That's reminded me, when I said it, of the old Indian expression, first walk a mile in my moccasins. And I think that's true. You have to actually go through the process to understand the impact, the effort, the experience itself, and how it changes a person as an individual. You can tell me, but it's not necessarily as impactful as my actually doing it. That's how I learned to sew. I had an aunt that was a wonderful seamstress, and I could watch her sew all day long. But until I began to actually construct garments myself, I really did not understand what she meant when she said, ease the sleeve into the opening. I had no idea what that meant. I've watched my sons through the years learn things in construction, and it was like a very insightful experience when they actually picked up the tools needed and began to do the work. It wasn't so much hearing their dad tell them, or watching their dad do it, but real learning occurred for my sons when they began to learn themselves. And I think that's the way it is with us in this weight loss journey very often, is that we can read all the books in the world that tell us what healthy eating is, what healthy eating isn't, what food plan we should follow, what food plan we should not follow. but it is in the implementation of whatever plan we're on that real learning takes place. And you can say to yourself, this needs to be tweaked. This isn't working for me. I need to adjust. I need to modify, whatever. That's the time when real insight can come to be. People often have asked me, what do you want, Barbara? I want peace. I just want to be at peace with the way I live my life each day. I don't want to have it to be such a struggle. And that means that I need to learn, I need to grow, I need to accept what I cannot change what I can. Yes, and let go of the rest. That's such an old quote, but it's so true. Accept what I cannot change what I can, and let the rest be. I'm not going to be able to do it all every day perfectly, and that's okay. I give myself grace and give myself the right to learn more, to grow, to develop, especially in a day like today when you are celebrating those who gave everything they could to make life better for you. We honor them by living our best lives each and every day in every way we possibly can, and learning from their sacrifice. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Boy, isn't that the truth. I had the neighbors' kids over for a while, and I have in my side yard what looks like a whole collection of weeds. But what it is a butterfly sanctuary, and it's got things in it that are weeds. The milkweed is in there. It's one of the predominant things. I have some Queen Anne's lace. I have some other things that attract butterflies in different stages, because when they are in the caterpillar stage, they need certain plants to help them feed to get ready to go into the next phase of their metamorphosis, because they are in the process of growing and becoming. And the kids were over there, and this one little boy who loves to help his dad around the yard, he was saying, Mrs. Katie, I could come in here and I could clean out all these weeds for you. And I said, oh, no. I said, that's okay. I like them just the way they are. And he said, well, why do you like weeds? And I said, my butterflies live here. This is where they grow up and become beautiful. And if we take away these things that you may not think are really pretty, my butterflies won't survive. So beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and these plants that you are saying are weeds serve a purpose for the butterflies that you love later on this summer. And he kept looking around, and he said, well, what's this one for? And I said, well, those orange and black butterflies you like so well? And he said, oh yeah, the monarchs. And he's a really smart little boy. I said, well, they depend on this plant. And it was an ugly plant. And the little boy looked at it and he said, oh, I see. So he said, it's just not cutting things down. It's making sure you let the right things grow. And I said, yeah, that's exactly right. And the beauty of this plant will be manifested in the butterfly, just as it is. It is beautiful and it is enough. And I think those are the kinds of things we need to remember on days like this. And then the last one I'll leave you with today, as you go about your journey and celebrate with your family and friends, is our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. That's very true. You got to get up again and keep going. You will make it step by step, day by day, just by making the effort to not let any particular incident stop you from trying. As long as you're trying, you will be able to achieve what you're aiming for. That hope remains active in your heart and in your mind. So stumble and fall. Let me help you up, or would you help me up when I stumble and fall? And together, helping each other, we're going to make it to where we want to be. Today, where I want to be is out in the sunshine with family and friends, celebrating the gift of life that so many paid such a high price for me to enjoy. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.